If you love cannelloni but don't love filling those fiddly little cannelloni tubes, do I have a solution for you? We're going to use lasagna to roll our cannelloni and it will cut our prep time by half. Before we get on to that, let's get started with our filling. To a fry pan, we're going to add our silver beet. Now, silver beet and spinach are generally interchangeable in recipes. The reason I love to use silver beet in this one is because it has a slightly more bitter, intense flavour. So I find it adds greater depth of flavour to my recipe. We're going to saute that so it can wilt for 5 minutes. I want it nice and soft, and then I'm going to squeeze out the moisture. Now I'm combining 2 cheeses, ricotta, which is our main cheese. It's going to give our cannelloni a really nice fluffy centre. And parmesan, we need about half a cup here. Now I'm using a parmesan, but you can use nice sharp pecorino if you like. There we go. To this we add 1 whisked egg. The reason I'm adding egg to our filling is to make it nice, light and fluffy. We don't want our ricotta filling to be stodgy. So just whisk that lightly. And in it goes. A pinch of grated nutmeg. Nutmeg and ricotta work beautifully together. Our wilted spinach, it's cooled now, so it's easy to handle. And a pinch of cracked pepper. And a little extra salt. I'm going to give this a nice stir to combine our ingredients. Now onto our tomato sauce. So to start, we're just going to chop 1 onion. I like a brown onion here. We want a nice fine chop here. We're going to add that to our saucepan with a drizzle of olive oil. And I'm also going to add some finely chopped basil stems. Now because basil stems can be quite woody, you need to chop them really, really finely. Okay, my onion and basil has softened nicely. Now I'm going to add garlic. I don't add garlic at the beginning because it can burn quite quickly, so I always like to add it just for about 30 seconds on its own. Give that a quick stir to combine before we add our crushed tomatoes. We need 2 cans here. Straight in they go. I'm going to give that a quick stir. Now we're going to simmer this uncovered for 20 minutes to thicken our sauce, and at the end I'm going to throw in some fresh basil leaves. Okay, we're ready to roll our cannelloni. Now to start, we add about half a cup of tomato sauce to our base because we don't want our pasta sheets sticking to our base. This is a nice bed for our pasta to sit on. So just spread that on, rectangular baking tray, and we'll set this aside. Now, this is the best part, rolling these lasagna sheets. So we're using a fresh gluten-free lasagna sheet today. And for a family of 4, we only need to use 4 lasagna sheets because we're actually going to cut them in half. The beauty of using a fresh lasagna sheet is it's pliable, so you can use it for lasagna, but you can also use it for cannelloni because it rolls really beautifully. So I'll cut these in half, working with 1 sheet at a time. We grab a couple of tablespoons of cannelloni filling, run it along 1 seam, and then all we need to do is slowly roll that cannelloni to enclose it. Now when I place it into the tray, I'm going to place it seam side down so it doesn't open. I'll continue rolling and filling these cannelloni. Okay, our last cannelloni goes into the tray. Bring it over here to top it with more pasta sauce. It goes straight over the top. So thick, rich and luscious, and it will be even more luscious once it bakes. We'll spread that over the top to keep our cannelloni nice and moist. And then we're going to top that off with some mozzarella cheese. We're using 2 cheeses. Mozzarella firstly for some stretchiness. Be very generous. Okay, that's our first cheese done. And now some extra parmesan. We use it in our filling, but we're also going to place a little bit on top for some extra sharp flavour. That's a nice cheesy cannelloni. We're going to cover this with foil. Wrap it tightly because we want to capture that steam in that tray. Cook it covered for 25 minutes at 200 degrees and then uncovered for 10 minutes. Our cannelloni is golden and bubbly. Now to finish, I like to top it with some basil leaves, just to add some vibrancy. We made our cannelloni using lasagna sheets today, so don't limit yourself to just lasagna. You can use your lasagna sheets for cannelloni, pappardelle, and your favourite gluten-free soup. Now let's get this cannelloni out. It's nice and hot. Straight onto our plate. And in for a tasting. You can see that beautiful ricotta filling with silverbeet encased in that light lasagna shell with a rich tomato topping. That is just delicious. A comforting Italian classic the whole family will love.